Now, if you follow me on Twitter, which is @Jacob_Hubby99, then you would know that I did a voting system of, guys, should I go watch The Invitation tonight? Because it's a movie I have not seen one preview for, I have not seen one commercial for. Do I really want to go spend time watching this movie? And I got a lot of yeses, so here I am. The Invitation stars Nathalie Emmanuel and Thomas and is about a young woman is courted and swept off her feet, only to realize a gothic conspiracy is afoot. I really need to start living by don't judge a book by its cover, because I was in a very empty theater to a movie I knew nothing about. I didn't even want to see it, and so I sat there and watched it, and when it ended, I can say this. This movie is not horrible. I'd rather watch this over anything that's coming out this weekend because this movie is not great, but it's not horrible. My biggest praise is Nathalie Emmanuel. She is really good in this movie. Her personality, her charm carries this entire movie because the movie is a lot of just romantic talking and setting up for the third act, which she goes to this estate to learn about her family, learn more about her uncles and cousins and all that kind of stuff. And you have this good-looking guy who is very charmed. He's in love with her, she's in love with him, and that is this whole movie, really, is a romantic story, and you know something's coming because we get little glimpses of horror scenes of something is happening in this house, something is going on. There is a reason why she is here, and like I said, I didn't see anything for this movie, so I'm not going to spoil the reveal in this movie, which is honestly the last 25 to 30 minutes. It's an hour and 44-minute movie, and the last 30 minutes is what you see in the trailer, because I watched the trailer after I got out of the theater, and it shows the entire ending, honestly, which sucks. The other half of the movie, very slow, romantic, good-looking movie. The movie is directed very well, if you ask me. It was done by a female director, which I love seeing in the horror genre, and she does a good job. Seriously, the costumes, the blocking, the cinematography, the darkness, there's a few creepy scenes in this movie. I mean, this movie is not horrible to look at, honestly, and the performances by everyone are good. I like the main guy. He was good as this guy that you know has something about him, but he's charming her, and he does a good job. Again, she is the reason to watch the movie, but by the end, the third act, when we get some really bad green screen and some really bad CGI in a few parts, when things start happening, the movie falls apart for me. It gets so just cliche and what it's doing, because again, if you don't know what the reveal is, I don't want to spoil it, but all I'm gonna say is if you know this genre and horror, then you've seen this before way better. And honestly, my biggest issue, like besides it just being a very slow, boring, not a horror movie at times, my biggest issue is, why is this rated PG-13? Why? This third act would have been so much better if it was rated R. Yeah, I have issues about the green screen and all that kind of stuff, but if we actually had to see the blood, if we actually had to see what's going on here in an R-rated format, movie would have been better. I guarantee you it. But I bet you the studio came in and was like, we need PG-13, but we're not going to market our movie because no one's heard this movie. But I can say this, it's a decent movie to watch, and I'm never going to think about it again. I will give The Invitation a C-. Some might think that's a really bad grade, but I went into this movie thinking this is gonna be really bad because I know nothing about it. It's late August, it's a horror movie, it's also PG-13, but for what it gave me, I've seen worse. It's not that bad, but I never care to watch it again. Anyway, guys, enjoy this review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.